Hello. Why is it acceptable to call cars and boats she, but when an actual transgender or a gender nonconforming person asks to be called she, it's controversial? There's been a lot of public debate lately on the issue of pronouns. For example, can you choose your own pronoun, and are there really more pronouns than just he and she? Also, is there any confusion about the use of the pronoun they? Many colleges have started requesting students disclose their gender pronouns so their professors know how to refer to them in class. One boy at University of Michigan found this policy to be ridiculous. He told teachers that his pronoun was not he or she or they, but His Majesty. He felt the pronoun policy was leading the school into a fantasy land of political correctness and allowing students to use words that aren't even actual pronouns. The way we look at ourselves has changed significantly, but in order to actually understand this, we have to discuss language and grammar. As a reminder, there are first-person pronouns such as I and me, and there are second-person pronouns, for example, the person watching this. There are also third-person pronouns like he, she, and they, which refer to other people who aren't watching this. There are other languages like Finnish and Hungarian, which are entirely gender-neutral, and they use the same pronoun for everyone. It seems that communicating in this way has been fine for those who speak these languages. If you have taken French or Spanish or German in school, you probably know that most European languages use gender pronouns. Grammatical gender decides whether a specific word is feminine or masculine. In Spanish, most words that end in A are feminine, and the words that end in O are masculine. For example, O, libro, is masculine, and casa, ending in A, is feminine. The research has shown that the gendering of nouns does make people think that inanimate objects have a gender, even though we logically know better. Until the 1200s, the English language used a similar grammatical gender instead of saying the or a before a word. Old English had a masculine article, say, and a feminine article, sayao. For instance, the word sun was feminine. Eventually, grammatical gender disappeared from historical English. Historians are not sure why this happened, but some think genders were lost because of certain kings. These kings postulate the mixing of Old English and Old Norse, and this was the reasoning Old English dropped grammatical genders. Nowadays, she, her, and he, him are the most commonly used pronouns. Some call these female, feminine, and male, masculine pronouns, but many people avoid these labels. Not everyone who uses them necessarily feels masculine or feminine. She and he can encode many gender stereotypes. Based on these pronouns, we easily assume certain attributes about people from their personality to sexuality. Some people are fine with those assumptions and others are not. Those who don't identify as male or female often use they, them as pronouns because these come across as more neutral. Some people identify as non-binary, which means they don't identify as either male or female. Some consider themselves genderqueer, which means between or outside of the conventional spectrum. Lastly, some people consider themselves agender, which means without gender. Basically, no one can always know which pronouns to use just based on someone's appearance. Asking and correctly using pronouns is one of the simplest ways of showing your respect for anyone's gender identity. Another reason for misusing the they pronoun is that certain people can feel awkward to address a single person with the pronoun they. Because we are used to hearing it as a plural pronoun, while he and she are singular, the advantage of any language is it's always evolving. In summary, a gender pronoun is simply what someone uses to describe themselves. Thank you.